My latest find and acquisition is something which calls itself a high pressure oil can. Not sure how well this will resolve it. That name there, I think, says Enots high pressure oil can, number 10A, 1930 type, registered number 7154 9. I think that's 495. Get the angle at the right. Yep, that looks like 495, 7154. Not that that matters too much. Anyway, so what we got? We got a brass tube there, thing on the end which it says undo with coin to put the oil in. We have a pump mechanism here, which presumably is to raise the oil to a high pressure, and then this tube with a protective cap on the end, as far as I can tell, and it's split like a collet. So this cap got little saw cuts in it there. Don't know what that's for. And when you take the cap off, you reveal that inside this outer tube is a smaller inner tube there, and I've unscrewed this. It was soldered around there, but the solder joint was weak enough for me to unscrew it, revealing an inner tube which screws into the pump. So it's not the whole of that volume which carries the oil. There's a constant size tube in there which is attached into this pump mechanism here, delivering the oil. My thoughts are, would I be able to adapt it to inject the oil into the oil nipples on a Myford lathe, and therefore have a high pressure oil can, as it calls itself, for a Myford lathe. Just as an aside, if any of you know what these were in fact used for, then that would be interesting. Some engine or motor of some sort. I know that cars, going back to these early days of the motor car, used plain bush bearings, certainly on the steering trunnions, and there was I don't know if it's called a king pin, but certainly a pin that the steering mechanism swung around, and that was to be oiled, not greased. And people on these older vehicles have made the same mistakes as they've made on Myfords by pumping grease into those bushes, which are bushes with a rotating bolt going through them, rather than roller or ball bearings, and they take oil. So there we go. That's what this is. High pressure oil can.